So a lot of you guys have been asking for some 5x5 example solves, so I'm going to be doing that in this video. So here's the first scramble, and let's get started. Okay, so let's see what we got here. I'd probably do red because I can take this piece here and these two up here, and I can just easily insert them. And then as for the rest of them, one of them is right here, so we can pair that up. And then we got this one, we can just solve that right like that. And now for orange, there's not really that much we can do here. We have this, but this here doesn't do us any good, so what we'll do is we'll just solve this real quick. And then we still don't see anything, so I have this here, so I'd probably just solve that into a 2x2 and then solve this. And then we have this piece here, this and this, so we can rotate that and solve this. And then there's nothing really that great here. I think the best option would be yellow because we have this piece right here. So we can do it like this. We can take this, put it in, put this down as well, then put this in, and then put that in like that. And then for green, we would probably take this, and we can do it like this. We can insert it by pushing these out of the way to get this right here, and then we can take this, make it into a T, and then take one of these, put it down like that, and now we have this, this, and this. So what we can do is we can do this, like so. And then there's not much on the white just yet, so what we can do is, I think the best thing to do is just to finish 2x2 like that, and then to take one of these and make 2x3, and after this and this, we can do this. And then I don't bring this down afterwards because I just start my edges like this, so we'll just do that. And usually I start with one of these that I see right away, so I'd probably start with green and orange, and let's look for that. We got one right here, so we can just insert that. As for the other one, it is all the way over here, so we'll just solve that. And then I saw this and this right here, so I'm going to look for the other one. It's not up here, it's right here, so we'll insert this. So then we can do this, solve that, and then I'd probably go for this one next, and I see there's one right here, and the other one is, oh, it's right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert this, I'm going to solve this first one just like that. I'm going to rotate it, bring that in, and then I see these two right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to insert that. The other one is right here. And then I don't really see much we can do here. The best would probably be this one because there's one right here. And the other one's right here. And then I can probably do these two because I see them right now. And I see this, so I'm going to take a note of that. Just finish that. And then the other one for this was right here. So we can solve this, like so. We can now solve these two, which is probably the best, and the other one's right here. And then one thing we can do here is we can actually do this because the centers are solved, or if they're like this, we can do that because when we flip this, it doesn't hurt the centers because it's not a super cube. Anyway, we got this, and the last one's right here, so we'll just flip the centers back. And now, we don't really have much good here, so I'd probably go for these two first, or this one, sorry. So I'm going to take this one in the back out so we can solve them. And because we have this solved right here, I'm just going to insert it like this to avoid any problems. And oh, it solved itself apparently. So this last one we have right here. Bring it over, and now it's just the last two edges algorithm. And then 3 by 3, it's not really that great, so I'm gonna probably do this. And then I saw this come in, so I'm gonna actually do this to create an X cross, and then we can solve this one, like so. And now we'd probably do this and this. And then I'm probably gonna do this and this. And then what we'll do is we'll do these two. And then OLO. And then PLO, F perm. Alright, here's the second scramble. Okay, what did we got here? I think the best option would be green in this case because we have these solved and we can quickly solve this up to this. The other ones are not in the best positions, but we'll just deal with that. So what I'd probably start with is this, solve these. And then we have the last ones here, here, and here. So what I would probably do is I would solve one in a way that brings it up here so that it's closer here. So I'd do this. So now it's closer to this one right here. Solve it like that. And now insert it. And then for blue, we have this case right here where we can take two of these. We can first solve one like this. And then we can take the last one and solve it like this. Like so. And then we have one here and here and here. So we can solve them like this. And then insert them. And then nothing really super great. I'm probably gonna go for yellow because that's the first thing I see. And ooh, this is really, really bad. I'd probably just solve these instantly into a 2 by 2. And then I have this here, which is decent, I guess. Solve that. Go up here, and we can just solve these ones like this. And now we'll go for the red. We have this. Let's try to save that. We'll bring this one down. We'll solve these two like this. We'll bring them down like this. And now we'll insert that. And then this is kind of a weird case, but here's a little trick. If you have this case, take a corner, do that. And now we have this here, which we can easily make into a 2 by 3. Now we have these two here, or sorry, 3. We'll solve them like this. And then we have these two edges right here, so, and the other ones right here, so we'll just solve those. And then we got this here, and we have the other one right here, so we can just solve these. Nothing that great here, so I'd probably just insert it and look for this one here. And we got one here, and one here. And then we have this here, and we also have this, so we can just solve these. The other one is right here. And I see this, so I'd look for the other one. It's right here. And then I would insert it, and I see we have this here and this, so we'll solve those. The other one's here. And now, I saw these two earlier, but because we're on this side, I'm just going to focus here, and I'll just take a mental note of that. So I see this and this, so we can just solve these. And then the other one's right here. And now we have this, and I remember that this was over here, so I can just insert that. And then we have this last one, which we'll just insert like that. Bring the centers back, and now we have these two, but the other ones are kind of over here. I'm probably gonna go with this and this first, so we'll take this out, solve that, bring it in. Then we have this case, and this is a special case actually because we have this and this right here, and we can do this. So we'll flip one of them. So what we can do is we can take the two edges that are not that aren't part of the blocks, bring them in here to the mismatched edge, flip, and then they're all solved. So for 3x3, I'd probably do something like this. Got this here, this, and this. And then I see these two right away, so I'll just do those. I see these two right here. I'll probably do these two right here. And then we got these two. I'll sledgehammer them in for edge control. Got a nice easy OLL. And then a V-perm. Alright, here's the final scramble. Okay, what do we got here? So we have a bunch on red. We got a little bit on yellow. We can't really make yellow into anything good. Some of these look easy, but they're not the easiest to get started with. Okay, so we can start with red. We're going to start with these two and this. So what we're going to do is, we're actually going to do this. We're going to pair these two up first. And it brings it down in here actually where we can just easily insert it. And then we have this one here and another one up here. So because we have this one over here, I'd probably do something like this where we bring it down. And then we have this one over here. Like that. And now I see these two for orange right away, and I see that we have a bar right here, so we can just make this into a 2x2 block. And because we have this here, we can look for a middle edge or whatever they call it, and we got one right here. So we got this one right here and then this here, so I'd rotate, or not rotate, turn that, insert it. And then we're going to probably go with blue because I saw it has all this already, and we can easily just get started with this one. And then we have these other two up here, which or three, which we can easily do. Insert it down here. And then white is pretty easy as well because we have this already and this. We have this one up here and then these other two. Like solve like that. And then we can insert them. And now we have green. We have this 2x2 already, and we can already take one of these up here and solve it. And now this is not the nicest case, but we can do it like this. We can put it over here, insert that, just like that. And now on the edges, I'm probably gonna go with this one. I don't see anything else good. We got one of them over here, so we'll just solve this real quick. For the other ones, here it is. And then I saw this here, and I see this, so we'll just solve those. Got another one here. And then I see these mismatched ones, so I'm going to look for those. Or the other one, and it's right here. Solve it. And then there's nothing really good here, so I'm just going to insert this. And I see these two right here, so I'm just going to solve those. Here's the other one. And then I see this one right here and here, so I'm just going to solve that. And I see this, so I'm going to take a mental note of that and while I look for the other one. And it's right here. So instead of rotating this and inserting it, which would screw this up, I'm actually going to rotate this one and do that, so that way this one is untouched, and here we have the other one, so we can just solve that right away. Now there's nothing really good here. Well, we have these two, so we'll just go with those. Here's the other one. And then we got these two up here. And I see that they are this middle case here, and we got the other one up here. So we can just insert that. And now those are all the edges, so we'll bring these back. And I instantly see these two, which we're going to go for first, and the other one's right here. So we'll just solve those with this. And then we have this case here and this here, so I'd probably just solve that one right like this. Now we have a last two edges case, so we'll just solve that. And now for 3x3, this is a pretty bad case actually. So we got this, 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 and this. So I'd probably do this. And then I see these two right here, so we'll just solve that. Got these two right here. This and this. And then these two. And then OLO. And 8 perm.